Welcome. Today's topic is Congolese War and Peace. Our guests are two missionaries from the Congo, Mr. Daniel Mamba Chiamba and Miss Amelie Femba Mambika. They are directors of a nonprofit organization, kafida.org. The Democratic Republic of Congo facts. Located in Central Africa, formerly known as Zaire, DRC is the third largest country in Africa and 12th largest in the world, with an area of nearly 1 million square miles. It is greater than the area of Spain, France, Germany, Sweden, and Norway combined. The Congolese population is over 70 million people. It is the fourth most populous country in Africa and 18th in the world. 95% are Christian. The official language is French, bridged with 700 local languages and dialects. Capital city is Kinshasa. Joseph Kabila is the president. With the history of poverty, diseases, wars, and genocide, life expectancy is as low as 50 years old. Many children die before the age of 5. Over 250,000 women and children have been brutally raped as a weapon of mass destruction. Conflict minerals, also known as blood minerals, fuel the bloodiest, deadliest war in the world since World War II. Our electronics, cell phones, computers, cameras, require several key minerals in order to function, and these mineral resources come from the Congo. The 3 T's are the main minerals mined at the Congolese land: tin, tantalum, and tungsten. The problem lies in that they are being mined and sold illegally by the armed rebel forces who rape, torture, kidnap, brutalize, and slaughter the innocent Congolese families. Electronic companies know it. Our purpose. The purpose of today's program is to learn about the peaceful times in the Congo, family values, community lifestyle, cultural traditions, spiritual practices and beliefs, as well as healthcare, economics, and education, in order to understand the flow of life in the Democratic Republic of Congo during the times of peace, and who the Congolese are as a people. The second part of the program will discuss the effects of war, rape, and genocide on the community life and each individual family. The extent of the emotional, physical, economical, as well as spiritual suffering inflicted upon the innocent Congolese citizens. Greetings, my name is Eve Love Share, and I'm your host. Welcome to the World of Love. Today's topic is Rape and Genocide in Congo, Human Suffering. Our objective today is to recognize and discuss the extent of Congolese suffering in the face of the deadliest, bloodiest war since World War II. 6 million people perished. Many of them are children and teens. Thousands are still dying today, suffering in agony, locked in the arms of heartless rebels. The atrocities taking place in Congo daily cannot be described in words, cannot be explained or understood by those of us who live in peace. Some of us heard about the Congolese genocide in the news, in the written articles here and there. We get a tiny glimpse, feel bad for a moment, and then quickly forget, moving on with our daily routine. We have our own problems, we say. How can we help what's happening in Africa? Many of us don't even want to know because we feel so helpless. We mistakenly think that what's happening across the world has nothing to do with us. It is an illusion. Those of us who believe in God, in life's purpose, need to start to understand that our powerlessness is self-imposed. Science has proven, especially to those who do not believe in divine power, that all that exists is energy. Our humanity is one unified, undividable energy, one unit of life. No matter how much we divide ourselves through racism, segregation, religious beliefs, we're still one humanity, living on one small planet, and everything we do to and for each other echoes across the world and eternity. Ancient wisdom, as well as science, tell us that every action has a reaction. Thus, inaction changes nothing. If we want to bring peace to the world, to create the kind of world where every child is healthy, happy, and loved, how can we expect to deliver peace when we do nothing to end our wars? Today's program is extremely important to hear and to know about to all of us, because here in America we are quite ignorant about some of the things that are going on all over the world. I would like to welcome two very special guests today, two missionaries from Congo, Amelie and Daniel. Welcome.
Thank you.
This is your second appearance on my program, and the first program that we did lasted about 30 minutes, and we have not even had the chance to cover not even the tip of the problem. So that is why we've decided to come on today and have a special for an hour so that we can actually discuss all the problems that are happening and some of the reasons of why they're happening and what is the real extent of the human suffering that is happening to Congolese people. I admire your courage. I admire your dedication to the cause, because you traveling here to the United States in hope to reach somebody, to reach out to some caring individuals who can extend their hand and help you in your cause. Daniel and Amelie, in America, from as much as I know, I've spoken to a lot of people, very few people even have an idea about the genocide that is happening in DRC. It really is surprising to me, but then it's not, because it's not on the news. It's hardly ever in the in the article in the newspapers. So it's no wonder that the majority of people know what Lady Gaga or Beyonce wore yesterday, and no idea that 6 million people have been slaughtered, not just shot, but slaughtered like animals. So please tell me, before we go into the effects of war and the reasons of war, tell me a little bit of your homeland and what it looks like in peaceful times.
Thank you very much. Before that, I would just like to present again, who we are and
Yes.
what we work for. We work with a non-profit organization called CAFIDA. It is a Conscious Action Forum of Initiative in the Development of Africa. You know, we've been working for more than 10 years in South Africa, especially Amelie and myself 9 years, on caring for refugees, giving food, accommodation, and some assistance for medical or skill development with selective refugees. First, we worked in the Diocese of Johannesburg, then continuing with our organization. But in this work, we had difficulty. The number of refugees coming and the way they were not cared for, inspired us to try to see how to connect with the countries of origin and see how we can extend the possibility of them going back and living a decent life. This is why and how we happen to tackle such questions of human rights and mobilizing people like you, and the others to try to get interested in our story in DRC. In general, in a peaceful time, the DRC, as you know, is a quarter. Its size is a quarter of the U.S. size. And it has a population estimated at up to 70 million people, almost again the quarter of the U.S. population, which means that it's a huge market,
Yes,
in general. Yeah, and the DRC is a very rich country. You can name a lot of mineral resources that are there. Diamond. You've got tin, tantalite that are used in the fall, niobium. You've got uranium that served in the bombardment of Nagasaki and Hiroshima. The uranium was from Congo. You name it. You've got timber. We've got land. We've got clean water. With one of the second longest river, in Africa, which is Congo. When there is peace, Congolese in general are welcoming people. We consider every human being as an image of God, a friend, a brother, and a sister. We were here in America. We realized that people call each other, "Hey, bro," "Hey, brother," or "sister."
Yeah.
These things are well developed in our country, and especially when there is peace, you can be welcomed. In the cities in general, it's not too different from any other big city in the world, but we live a community life. We know each other, in the area. It's not like here in America, you stay just next door. You don't know your neighbor.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's very difficult. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's also the constraint of the society. But down there, we know each other, we greet each other, we know who doing what,
Yeah.
you know. And especially in the city, I will leave Sister Amelie, you know, elaborate a little bit on no, village
Family
life.
life,
Yeah,
yeah.
village life. But in general, in the city, people are welcoming. Yes, even though there is not a lot of job, you know, because of the crisis and the economic crisis, but people are happy. You know, let me give you an example. We went with a group of Americans, you know, investors to DRC, because we also try to attract investors in African countries.
For peaceful
Yeah,
business.
definitely. You
We
know,
will
for
be
win-win
discussing.
situation.
Yes, we will be discussing. Just to let our viewers know, we will be. We dedicated a whole other hour. We will be doing another show that will be concentrating on solutions to the problems that we're discussing today, economical, political, and business solutions. But we'll leave it for the other show, and we highly encourage you to tune in and to hear how you personally can help, or if you are in business, or if you own, you're looking for to make an investment. Definitely tune in to the second show.
Now, to finish, we were in DRC with a group of friends from Florida, especially here in US, Orlando. You know, just after landing, they realized there was a paradox. First of all, it's very dirty. You know, you find waste everywhere. But you know, going further in the city, they realized that there were people with package of money in dollars as well as in local currency, just exposing them. Then they asked us, what is going on? What are they doing? I say, this is our life here. You may have your 1 million US dollars in your suitcase. Nobody will touch it. There's no things of gang rape, or extortion for your money. No, in normal time, you know.
So the violence, the crime rate in peaceful times, in peaceful cities, is actually very, very low. You
Yeah.
feel safe.
We are very safe at any time, and Sister will elaborate on life in the village.
Thank you, Eve, again.
Welcome,
once more.
Amelie.
In the village, really, you feel the community life is even better than in our cities, you know. You know each other. Even when it comes to the education of the children in the village, you know, is like everybody's responsibility. When the child is still in the mom's womb, okay, it's fine, he's a child. When she gives birth to the child now is for the community. And even when you go along the village or along the streets, or when a child or when children behave, you know, badly, they don't have to expect the parents only to come and punish them. Or no, they know that people in the village will immediately, complain or shout at them, because they know that they've got the responsibility to raise the kids, because they want to make it a better society. And life is very good because they don't have even enough to share. Their daily life is what? Going to the little farms, or going to fish or hunting and so on. But they will always share what they've got with everybody. Even if it's very small, nobody will be happy to really to eat it alone. He has to give to others. And you feel that, no, it's difficult to lack of stuff in the village, because you can still go and knock at your neighbor's door and get what you want. And everybody is happy to see everybody happy. And especially when there was peace in the country, you see in the evening when people come from the farms and so on, while the women will be cooking dinner,